So with the constant increase in violent crimes in Jamaica, the need for conflict resolution on multiple levels is more than evident. Joining us now to tell us about the services provided by the Dispute Resolution Foundation is Acting Director of Client Services and Business Development, Sharon Young-Palmer. Sharon, welcome to Smile Jamaica. How are you?
I am well. Thank you for having me. Good morning to you and your listeners.
Yeah, man. I'm very, very good.
Or viewers.
Well,
yes.
no, well, we have listeners also. I've always said that people don't watch television in the morning. You know, they listen, and then when they hear something that interests them, they kind of come back. So we do.
You are so right.
Yeah, man. We do have listeners and we have viewers. How long has this Dispute Resolution Foundation been around? How long?
Well, this year, July, we will celebrate 28 years of existence in Jamaica and serving the Caribbean region.
Okay, and when you say dispute resolution, what you mean by that? What are you talking about? So me and somebody are fighting, and instead of a court, you come to me and we try to work it out peacefully. Is that what this means?
Sounds something like that. You got it right, almost right. So it is just not me coming to you or you coming to me, but we also seek the intervention of a third party, a professional who is trained in the process of conducting the mediation session. And so it is not where you're telling people what to do, but the mediator now facilitates the dialogue between the two persons or among the persons, a group of individuals who may have a dispute at that time, and listen to each of them tell their sides of the story, but also getting them in that control setting where they are also able to listen to each other. Because, you know, we have a dispute, we are talking at each other, and we're quarreling, and we're not listening, and everything gets distorted. And so, you know, we're not able to talk about it the way we ought and should. So the mediator, who is trained and skilled, will now help to facilitate that process and allow persons to listen to each other, and then guiding them through the process of arriving at a solution, they own.
Let me go back to my scenario, me and somebody fighting Mrs. Young-Palmer. Who decides that is a dispute resolution person deal with that, as opposed to who decides, say, I have to go to court and deal with this? Who makes that decision?
All right. If it is because over the years, we have been sensitizing persons to the use of this ADR process, alternative dispute resolution process. And so you have many of our citizens who know of mediation, right? And so they may seek at one of our mediation centers across the island, seek the use of a mediator. And then we will invite the other party to come based on the fact that one party felt that this matter could be dealt with through mediation. And so we would send a letter inviting them to come in to our offices that we may schedule a mediation for them. All right, and we would explain to the other party who might not know about the services of mediation. However, you may have a situation where persons don't know anything about this mediation thing. All I know is me and you have a dispute, and it may end up that the police get involved. Yeah. Once the police is involved, they now may refer the matter, especially if somebody got injured or something, they go to court. And when you get to court, then the judge may refer the matter to mediation once the honorable judge sees that this is something that can be dealt with at mediation. Yeah. And so it is done that way. It may be the pastor at the church, and they know of the process. We have trained many pastors also, and so they may refer the matter to mediation. Okay. It may be that at TVJ you may have an issue that you cannot have resolved with Daily and yourself or something, you know. I know it's bunning on us, but you know.
No, every man we have an issue where we can't deal.
So you need to come to mediation. So the manager may decide that, listen, this thing is affecting the Smile Jamaica program, and you know, we really need to get this going because these two can't sit here under this tension. Every day the tension getting worse. Yeah. And so the corporate body may also refer the matter to mediation and send their staff members to mediation.
Yep. I'm reading that the program here is undertaken by the Ministry of Justice and the Dispute Resolution Foundation, and you have a program that will run from, well, it started December 1 and ends in March. You said earlier that you've been around for many moons. How successful have you been? How good have you guys been? Because I guess we don't hear about everything that happens at a dispute resolution. I suspect that's one of the reasons you don't go to court, because you don't want nobody to know about it. But how successful have you guys been?
We have been pretty successful. As a matter of fact, we have persons in other jurisdictions who come to access our services, and especially through the training of mediators, because around the Caribbean, there are other countries who do not have the kind of ADR services that we have here in Jamaica. And so our neighbors do come to access, the services that we offer. But we have been pretty successful. I can tell you, once a matter comes to mediation, it might have been going on for 4, 5, 6 years, sometimes as long as 15 years.
Yeah.
And they attend mediation, and it's like 3 sessions or so, and the matter is resolved. Fantastic. And our sessions are like 3 hours basic time. We never usually spend 3 hours because we give it our all. Our mediators really are committed to the task. And so I really want to thank the Ministry of Justice for partnering with the Dispute Resolution Foundation, where we have the pilot project, because of course, Neville, economic times, and in Jamaica, not everybody can afford an attorney or afford, other fees. And so mediation comes with a cost, and the mediators have to be paid. And you find that some clients cannot afford to pay the mediation fees. Right. And the Ministry of Justice has stepped in, and they have undertaken now through this pilot project to ensure that no one is denied justice.
I have to jump in because we're soon out of time. So tell me quickly about the current program, Mrs. Young Palmer. Tell me quickly about the program.
Yes, so this pilot project, the short-term mediation project, where it started in December, ends in March as a pilot. We hope and we trust that it will continue because the success that it will reap, where the Ministry of Justice now will pay mediators who conduct sessions, mediation sessions with clients who are referred from the courts, who are unable to pay for the mediation session. So you will have the court having the list of rostered mediators, because you have to be a court-connected, court-approved mediator recommended by the DRF and to the Chief Justice. You're a gazetted mediator, you're on that list of mediators, and you now will be selected to conduct a mediation for these clients who are unable to pay.
All right, we're up on news time. Good to see you, ma'am. Have a great year.
Thank you so much for having us.
It's our pleasure.
And we can work it out.
Yeah, man. Sharon Young Palmer, Acting Director of Client Services and Business Development, as we said earlier. Still to come, we learn about the art and science of working with resins with artist and designer Nicolette Prout-Love. But first, the second edition of News in 5 is upon us now. Stay with us.